What's going on, everybody? It's spooky season, and I'm so pumped because we have two comic book videos that absolutely have to do with spooky season that I can do today, and I'm dropping them today. So when you see this video on Hulk, remember to spin the block on the channel in 2 to 3 hours after you see this, after this drops, because tonight I'm dropping an update on Thor because both had insane updates, and in this one, it's pretty much confirmed the power of Hulk can be used as a threat to the one above all. But before we get into this, smash the like button. If you love content like this, you got to run the likes and comments up. This was a crazy issue. My boy Philip Kennedy Johnson coming through with the heat once more. We had Hulk versus Swamp Witch in an absolutely epic fight. And without further ado, I'm excited to get into this. Let's go. So the issue starts off with a semi-recap of what Hulk was doing in the last issue. Johnson is doing his best to essentially make these comics like a potential one-shot. Like you could read it and comfortably know what's going on just reading that isolated issue. And in this issue, it starts with him talking to Man-Thing. And in last issue, Man-Thing had caught him, took him to the Nexus of Realities, couldn't do shit to him, but was like, look, Hulk, we're facing a new threat. Your presence has summoned all the monsters. They're trying to get you, and I can't beat this bitch. Like, this bitch is too strong. And Hulk was like, alright, that's a cool story, bro, but you're gonna let me out of here, because I don't give a fuck about your beef with this monster, and she knows better than to run up on me. So, Ed's like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna let you out. Man-Thing does let him out, but he shows him something. He goes, look, I know you didn't come here on your own. You didn't traverse this swamp on your own. You came here with another kid, a teenager, a lost teenager, a hopeless one. Of course, it's a reference to Charlie. Charlie is currently getting dunked on by the Swamp Witch. And Ted goes, you know, you can say who you hate. You can talk about leaving your devils and demons elsewhere and leaving them here in this swamp. That's cool. But Hulk, no matter how hard you act, no matter how much you act like you hate everything, tell me, are you really gonna let that little girl die? And this was an epic fucking moment where you kind of see, just honestly, Hulk is about that life when it comes to being a hero. He might not go out of his way to save everybody, but when it comes to an innocent life, like someone like Charlie, who's been through a lot of shit as a character, like we saw early on in the earlier issues, she comes from a terrible home. You know, her little brother's dead. That's how she got lured here to get trapped by the Swamp Witch. It's bad. So no, Hulk's not as big of an asshole as people make him out to be. That's pretty much the moral here. Like, he's gonna slide if it absolutely calls for it. So, Hulk pulls up, right? And we see Swamp Thing behind him, looking like... Hulk, Man-Thing looking like he's not really trying to fight, but he's got a big dog with him, right? He's giving the little cousin vibe, little cousin. He's with Big Unc, right? Look at this fucking skin. You'll see it on screen when I'm talking about it. But Hulk tells Swamp Witch, he's like, real shit. You're talking to this child about pain? That's cool. Let me tell you some real shit. If you don't put that girl down, I'm gonna show you what pain actually is, you pussy. Hulk comes in talking crazy. He is ready for the hands. Keep in mind, this is a being outright the controller of the Nexus of all reality says he can't box with. Like, that. That's crazy. Hulk does not care. We then see Man-Thing. Hey, the parlay. What's the parlay on Man-Thing getting beat up? Like, it should be a pretty good over-under, right? Because he gets stabbed immediately. Of course, when Swamp Witch squares up, he gets stabbed as both Hulk and Swamp Thing Man-Thing kind of grab. Sorry, I always fuck those names up. But Man-Thing grabs the leg, gets stabbed. It's like, ah, shit. However, I gotta give him credit. He does manage to rip off one of the limbs of the Swamp Witch. As Hulk basically goes, yo, you let the plant guy hurt you. Like, if the plant guy can do any semblance of damage to you, you stand no chance against me. And at this point, Swamp Witch is talking crazy. Swamp Witch was like, hey, Hulk, she knows you're here. Hey, Hulk, she sees you. And as he's ripping into the Swamp Witch, he goes, Hulk, she's coming. And she's about to be here. And Hulk jumps into the air, looks down, and he just says, she might be here, but you won't. and he leaps into the Swamp Witch. And when I tells you he fucks this bitch up, this man Hulk shreds the Swamp Witch. Absolutely zero diff. Like, there's no question he's beyond the Nexus. He's beyond Man-Thing. He absolutely zero diffed the Swamp Witch. He then says, fuck off, don't ever come back. I don't care about you, the eldest, the mother, anything like that. And this is when we see Hulk observing Charlie, the girl. Because he's holding the body from the Swamp Witch of her dead brother. And she's just begging for him not to die again. It's actually a very sad moment. Because obviously he died and she has survivor's guilt about it. She's just begging him not to die again. And this is when we see, in a horror fashion of transformation, Hulk revert back into his human form. This is amazing to see because it shows, again, the Hulk's not as fucking terrible as we make him out to be. There's different sides to him. There's a humanity to him, despite all the monster inside of him, right? Which is pretty interesting to see. And then we see Betty pull up. But when Betty pulls up, Banner's like, yo, Betty, holy fuck, is that you? I thought you were dead. Charlie's like, yo, don't fall for this shit. We just saw the bullshit with the Swamp Witch. Leave us the fuck alone. And that is when Betty turns into this demon-like, harpy-looking character. She's like, I'm not exactly Betty, but let's break down what's going on. I'm the rep for the eldest. I'm going to tell you what's up before she pulls up here. Because there's a deal that can be made. And, ooh, this gets crazy. Buckle the fuck up, because the scaling gets crazy. So she goes, look, eldest wants the Hulk. You don't want to be the Hulk anymore, because the Hulk is erasing you, Banner. Like, Banner, you're not going to exist anymore as a personality if you keep transforming. And we see her go straight up. I need you to understand. If you give that body up, the eldest and the mother of horrors are capable of giving you fresh life. They can give me and you our bodies back, like permanent youth. And she goes, these beings were created before even the Hulk existed. You got to understand, these beings were literally made against the will of the one above all. You heard that right. It is directly stated that despite the will of Toa, the will does not apply. Like, he could not stop abominations like these. Whether you want to argue that's confirmed power scaling or whatever, it's still an insane narrative confirmation. I had already talked to him about it in the interview. I made a video about the one above all. But here it is, confirmed in the comic itself. Yes, these abominations are outside the will of even the one above all. We then see that Hulk is wanted so bad by the eldest, she literally would give them new life and leave them alone, new forms to exist together again. But Banner's not going for it, which is kind of obvious to me. I want to see what you guys think in the comment section down below, but I feel like at this point, Banner has a sneaking suspicion the Hulk could be used to kill something like the one above all. Regardless of how he feels about that, he understands how strong the Hulk is now. And the fact that a being made against the will of the one above all is literally willing to gamble for the Hulk to use, the logical conclusion is, yeah, they're going against Toa. They're bringing Mother of Horrors back, and they're trying to get the W. I think he's aware of how dangerous Hulk is in the wrong hands, even to beings of such high level, like the one above all. And the comic ends hinting at the spirit of vengeance. Literally says next, the spirits of vengeance. I don't know what the fuck Ghost Rider's gonna do. Johnny Blaze could use some good scale. So if they get him to scale to Hulk, sweet. Blaze fans, you'll be up. Hopefully we see Robbie though. I fuck with Robbie Reyes hard. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this recent Hulk comic. I will be doing the Thor one in a bit. This was super fun to read and of course amazing to cover. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Check in daily for my content, and again, spend the block in a few hours to see the Thor vid. But yeah, anyways guys, been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.